I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How are you doing today? So here I am in Wilmington, North Carolina. Did you know Michael Jordan was born in New York? He was. His family, when he was at a young age, moved here to Wilmington, North Carolina. And right across the street is his childhood home. I'm going to take you to show you as much as I can, as close as I can. I'm going to show you his high school. Tell you some interesting stories about him in high school. Line up some shots of him when he returned to Wilmington for a benefit, and there's some shots of him outside the school that are really cool. And then afterwards, we're going to talk a little sports. And I need someone to talk sports with every now and again. I got my good buddy out in the woo. All right?
I have an umbrella. Where's your umbrella?
This hair doesn't move.
Doesn't move?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. So I'm going to walk across the street. Adam, you wait here. Guard the car.
I'm going to go.
We're in a no parking zone.
I'll hold it strong.
please just guard the car. Yeah, it's a beautiful little neighborhood. And I'm going to show you some shots of the house. Let's go. There it is right there. That is Michael Jordan's childhood home. I'm going to cross the street. Now, it's a national landmark here in North Carolina, which is, I'm playing Frogger right now, which is really cool. But you can't, it's people live here, from what I can tell. But yeah, this is Michael Jordan's home that he lived in. So he went off to university. Here in state, he went to university. How cool is that? Thank you. I'm not sure if that's circa 70s and 80s, but could be.
What would life be like if we couldn't dream? In a universe with an abundance of possibilities, what's holding you back?
Okay, now I'm going to take you over to his high school. And I think there's a statue of him over there, which is pretty cool. I believe. We're going to find out together. Gordon Road here is what it's called. And really nice neighborhood. However, there's a lot of no parking signs. So I think that has to do with Michael Jordan's house. People want to stop. They want to park right across the street where I parked. But have a good friendly garden to watch your car, and you're good. I am wearing my Adidas, not my Air Jordans. But remember that craze? Remember how crazy it's still going. Some Jordans, there's a few pairs that I want, and they're literally in the thousands of dollars, so I would never get them. Who can pay, even if I had the money, could you pay that much for shoes? I don't know. I'm not Carrie Bradshaw. But they're really, Air Jordans was just a huge thing since I was young. And still to this day, they are a huge, huge thing. We're going to talk about who we think the greatest basketball player of all time is. Even if you don't like sports, even if you don't like basketball, you know Michael Jordan. You know the cultural impact this man had. And something like this to me is just fascinating. Because I do like basketball, but like I was saying, the viewer, even if you don't, I would think this is fascinating. That one of the most legendary, top 5 athletes of all time, at least, grew up in this house right here. All right, let's go to school. All right, we've made the drive over here. So this is Jordan Sports Complex. But if we walk right along here, you're going to see on the side of the wall E.A. Laney High School. And he came back here for some sort of benefit not too long ago. And they had set up a portable. And maybe it was for students, I'm not sure. But it's gone now, which is disappointing. It was right here, because you can see that middle school in the background. And these bushes. And I was driving around thinking, but when you have a super sleuth with you, he noticed a building in the background. He said, yeah, it's probably taken this way.
Those bushes look familiar too.
Yeah, right. So the same bushes. But yeah, this is Michael Jordan's high school right here. And I believe it was the... Now, I don't know a lot about Michael Jordan, but I think it was his sophomore year. He was too short and did not make the team.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
he did not make the team. And then he grew 4 inches. What summer?
That's it.
Yeah,
The rest is history.
yeah. And he was actually drafted. This is what I didn't know. He was drafted 3rd overall. And Portland Trailblazers. Now, basketball fans, bear with me here, because I was reading this all last night. I was fascinated by it. They didn't choose him because they already had a shooting guard. So they were like, and then in Portland, the other team that chose before the Bulls did, were looking for centers, and Jordan's a shooting guard.
Okay.
But the big, like as a hockey fan, the rule is, doesn't matter what position you're looking for, you choose the best player in the draft. Even if you got 4 stud defensemen, if the best player in the draft is a defenseman,
Sure.
you choose, yeah. But Michael Jordan was chosen 3rd. That's crazy. So there's Jordan Sports Complex right there. So this is literally about, what do you say, Adam? This is about a 2-minute drive from his house?
Yeah, really far. It's so close, he probably walked to school.
Right?
Or jogged to school occasionally, because it's really not that far.
And once he got so tall, the
Oh, here we go. He's got this gymnasium.
Michael
sign here.
Jordan Gymnasium. Wow, that's cool. Let's see what we got up here. Leaning. Oh, there it is. Michael Jordan. Oh, that's really cool. Look at that. There's Michael Jordan. What did it say, Adam? Can you see to 1981?
1980 to 1981. There's his jersey right there.
That's Michael Jordan's
That is
jersey.
awesome.
Oh, wow. Looks like there's some more.
It does say replica, though. It's not the real jersey.
Oh, really?
It says replica. But then all those trophies are probably his.
I would imagine so. Trophies stretch on and on all the way down. This is a bit of
He
rough.
was inside here playing basketball.
Yeah, that's his. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Right in there.
That would have been something.
Oh, there he is, right there on the wall too.
Yep. Oh, wow.
And it reads, if you're trying to achieve, there will be roadblocks. I've had them. Everybody has had them. But obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Michael Jordan. Wild.
Same number in high school as he had in the pros.
Yeah, 23. He won 6 NBA championships with the Bulls. All 6 times he was voted MVP of the playoffs. And then I believe he was 5-time MVP for the season.
Looks like they both check out up here. There's the very
the famous logo.
synonymous now with
Yeah. With
not
the
only Jordan, but basketball
right.
and shoes.
Yeah, I was saying that outside of his house about like some of his shoes. I remember them when I was a kid, even, and they're an industry,
Massive. Some of them are $500-$600.
Right?
For their shoes now.
So,
Or more.
No, more. So there was a pair I was looking up. I wanted. There was like $4,000, and they go for more than that. And people buy them when they come out, and then they resell them.
Team's name is the Buccaneers, which is a pirate. Sometimes you'll see the pirate logo. But over here it has Jordan. It says home of the Buck, and he's the mascot.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's a baseball field back there, too.
Yeah, because he left the Bulls to
Yeah.
play minor league baseball for 1 year.
Mid-90s. I think he played Double-A for the White Sox.
Yeah, he was in the minors, right? He played basketball, football, and baseball at this
Trying
school.
to be like a Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson.
Yeah, yeah,
Didn't work out as well. But how cool would it have been to go to a minor league game
Right.
and see
right.
Jordan hitting the baseball?
Can you name?
I used to have a baseball card of his, minor league baseball.
Oh, really?
Back when I used to play
Where's it
baseball
now?
cards. Got rid of all my cards a long time ago. I regret it.
Sold them, not got rid of them. I would
I
hope.
don't remember even where I even happened to.
Oh,
I probably
wow.
Sold them at a yard sale. Probably got like $10. I don't know. It's been a long time ago.
Do you remember the other team that he played for besides the Bulls?
No,
Washington Wizards.
that's right.
Came back
later
and-
in his career.
yeah,
Before
one
he
season.
retired from there.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
2 seasons. I think it was 2 seasons. Yeah, because he retired twice. He left to go play baseball,
the Wizards,
came
yeah.
back,
Wow.
then retired again, then came back.
Yeah.
He had about a 20-year career, something like that.
20 years.
20 years roughly.
Yeah.
1983.
Started in the early '80s.
Yeah.
Remember "Come Fly with Me," the VHS?
No.
There was a documentary came out called Michael Jordan Come Fly With Me. I think it came out in the late 80s. I used to have that too. It was awesome.
Really?
I think there's a new documentary that's out now on him that I haven't seen that I've heard's pretty good. But
Wow.
this is the 80s. The 80s version.
I think we all remember Space Jam.
Not the new one, not the remake.
No. So Akeem Olajuwon, Adam, and Sam Bowie were drafted ahead of Michael Jordan. Akeem Olajuwon went on to a very, very distinguished career. Sam Bowie was injured a lot. And I saw Akeem Olajuwon in New York City once. He's huge, and we were just talking earlier if we ever hung out with NBA players.
I've seen some, but never hung out with them.
Yeah, so I've seen Akeem Olajuwon in New York City.
I'm 6'3", and I'm looking up.
Yeah. So I'm 6 feet, and I hung out with the Raptors once at a charity event. I got all these pictures. I'm going to try to find them, put them on Instagram. But I remember Antonio Davis. He was a really funny guy, and he was huge. I was like, just like this the whole time. My neck hurt. Mo Pete and the coach Jay Triano, crazy. If I could find those pictures, but I know some of my friends will have some. They'll send them to me.
This is a nice complex.
Yeah.
This is all original, which is wild to think that this school was this nice before
Right.
he was even here. And he probably has donated money. That's probably why. Obviously, they admire him because he went here, but he probably gave money.
Yeah.
To have them
To donate.
This wing back here probably was from him.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Donated the money for it.
He has returned to the school. I saw Shaquille O'Neal once at a Naughty by Nature concert.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. You used to see him around Florida.
He was a rookie.
What did he drive around Florida? What?
He drove a big truck. It had the Superman logo on the
That's
back.
crazy.
It was an extended truck with a topper on it. I can't remember what it was, but he had the same tattoo he has on one of his arms, the
Right.
Superman logo. He had it on the back of the truck. But in the Naughty by Nature concert, it was in this shed called the Ed Shed in Orlando. So you could see everyone was about this height, and then there was this giant in the middle, like slam dancing around.
Wow.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And they were like, "That's the rookie, the Orlando Magic."
The rookie.
It was the rookie.
How
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it was the rookie. I think it was after the game because the Edge, which is on Livingston, was right next to the old Orlando Arena. So he could have just either walked over or just drove a block over after the game to
Wow.
see, the concert.
About 3 years ago, I was at a 7-Eleven in Long Beach, California, and I was in there. And then a bunch of really tall guys came out of an Escalade, like huge, and they were laughing, joking around. Then I was in the parking lot. Then another car pulled up, and people were going up to them, taking photos. And I was like, "Who are those guys?" It was the Lakers. It was like 6 Lakers, all hanging out.
Just wanted a Slurpee.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. I was like, "Who are those guys?" And they're like, "Those are." They looked at me like I was insane. But I'm I'm not from there. I don't know the Lakers. So Adam, you're a big baseball fan. I'm a big hockey fan. I like baseball. Like it. Basketball, you're a fan?
Moderately.
Yeah,
Back
same.
in the day I was.
Same with me. Yeah.
I mean, everybody likes Michael Jordan, so
Yeah.
I know a lot about Michael Jordan. Well, moderate amount.
Who do you think? I went to the first Raptor game in Toronto. That was awesome. I went to the first ever game. That was crazy. And now I think they won a championship in my lifetime. It was awesome. Who do you think? Give me top 3 athletes of all time.
For me personally, or just across the world, like who my favorites would be?
Who do you think would
As
be?
far as all sports combined?
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan, for basketball, Jordan. A lot of people would argue that fact, but I mean, come on.
Is
Watch
there
those clips.
is there an argument that Jordan is not the greatest?
there's people who watch modern basketball think there's a couple players that are better than him.
Right.
I would say Jordan. For me, my all-time favorite athlete is Bo Jackson.
Really?
You watch clips of him playing football.
And
He would
baseball.
start. Well, yeah, baseball too
yeah.
for the Royals. But he would start on. He would run a 98-yard touchdown. By the time he went from the 2-yard line on that end, by the time he got to the 50-yard line, the guy that was 2 feet behind him is now 20 feet behind
Wow.
him. Like he would run so
Wow.
fast. For me, he was like my childhood sports idol. So that'd be 2. I don't know who the third would be. I got to think about the third.
Yeah, that's funny you said modern day basketball because there's so many arguments about if like players from the past, even like 80s or 90s, but even they think 70s, 60s of any sport,
Yeah.
if they would succeed in today's game. But I always
A
think
lot of people say LeBron is better than Jordan, but that would be probably the closest.
I think you have to go, and this it's exactly because this is argued a lot on Twitter and stuff like that. I think for me personally, I'm a purist. You have to go on points and championships.
Right.
That's the proof. Until you get as many points or you win as many championships, doesn't matter what era it took place in. But my favorite is Wayne Gretzky. My favorite athlete, my favorite hockey player of all time. I say Michael Jordan.
Gretzky, yeah. I mean, I don't even know a lot about hockey, but that's like the guy. He's like the Jordan of hockey.
He holds the most record. He holds the record for holding the most records in any sport.
Oh wow.
Like that's insanity.
That is, yeah.
You know, if you took away all of his goals, even his assists, he would still be the points leader in the NHL of all time. If you took away every goal he scored 800 or something. That's insane too.
It is, yeah.
You know. And how many cups did Gretzky win? He won 4. Yeah.
So who would football be for you?
Football, I don't know much about football. I would have to say, and I don't want any backlash about this, I think Tom Brady.
Okay.
I was talking to somebody the other day about Tom Brady from a friend of mine from Maine. Now, of course, he's biased. But I think Tom Brady. Who else? I do like Refrigerator Perry because of the.
Oh yeah.
I do like the.
Yeah.
What was it called? The Super Bowl Shuffle song?
It was the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yeah.
Was it Super Bowl 25 or 20?
I can't remember.
20?
And we're actually recording this today on the day of the Super Bowl.
That's true. The date. That's true.
Super Bowl's tonight.
Pretty good halftime show that you're excited about.
Yes. By the time this video comes out, I'll have watched it. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick, Snoop, and Mary J. I know. I'm bouncing off the walls, excited about it. So yeah. So who are your top baseball picks?
Ooh, baseball is tough. I mean, everyone
You
would say
love
Mickey-
baseball.
Mickey Mantle, obviously, that's like the all-time. I had a lot. Back in the day, I used to really was into baseball in 80s. Really into Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs.
Wade
Clemens
Boggs.
was a really good pitcher. I love Clemens. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
Those would be the
He
guys
had a
that-
long career, right?
Oh,
Nolan
yeah.
Ryan. He played a long time.
There's a lot of baseball that I admired.
Yeah, I got to witness 2 Toronto Blue Jays World Series wins. That was incredible. And people, if you're from Toronto, if you're from Canada, the Leafs are, as I was telling you yesterday when we were driving around, the Leafs, if you go see the Toronto Maple Leafs in any arena, especially in Canada, if you go see them in any other arena than their own, there's usually more Maple Leafs jerseys than there are. And Buffalo, for sure. But then the Leafs are just the Yankees.
Right, they're the Yankees.
The Yankees are the Yankees, but they're also the most hated.
They're the Yankees and Dodgers.
We get the most hate. We haven't won a cup since '67.
For that reason,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah, people just piling Leafs, but they're the greatest team of all time. Because I was telling you a few days ago, I'm such a hockey fan, but now I've actually become so radicalized by the Maple Leafs. I am now a Leafs fan first. Then a hockey fan.
And if they don't make it to the playoffs.
I stopped watching.
You don't watch.
I stopped watching. I crawl into a hole for a month, and I'm just depressed. It's like a punch in the stomach. And you're Tampa Bay.
I like the Rays. I like the Angels too. Anaheim Angels.
Yeah. And you don't. What's the other? You don't like the Marlins that much. You're neutral.
I care less about the Marlins.
Neutral.
Yeah. Marlins are way south.
So I like to read in the comments. I read every comment. I don't always get a chance to respond personally, but I read every comment. I like to see who your top 3 athletes of all time are. So I'm saying Gretzky, Jordan, Brady. I'm trying to think of some other.
Boxing would be Muhammad Ali. 100%.
Yeah, but I love Tyson too. I was just thinking of Tyson. But Muhammad Ali is, yeah.
I think Ali would win in most people's eyes over Tyson.
Think so?
Yeah. As far as being the greatest,
Right.
I mean, Tyson was awesome, but
See,
I guess legend status.
Again, you kind of go back to when you think about, I say Mike Tyson right away because that was who was big when I was a kid.
True, same.
But when you think about it, when you just said Muhammad Ali, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, go Leafs, go. Austin Matthews, number 1. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take another shot of the school while we walk out just so you can get a little overview of it. That was us talking sports. We usually just talk music. We talk a little sports.
Talk a little music, a little movie history.
We talk a lot about movies.
A lot of movie history.
We talk a lot about movies.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea this was here until you mentioned we're going to go by all the spots that Michael Jordan
Yeah.
lived at,
Right there.
played basketball at. We're shooting hoops in here. Pretty dang
Right
cool.
there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Adam, thanks a lot, man. Don't leave me hanging. Oh. Did you play basketball? You're tall enough.
I wasn't very good. I'm still not very good. I was never good at basketball. I could, for a short period of my life, I could slam dunk.
Right? Really?
Very,
That's crazy.
Very short time in my life. But I could never palm a full sock. I would always get like the smaller basketball, or I'd let the air out just a little
Right.
bit so you could grip it. But if I could grip a half deflated basketball, there was a point in my life where I could slam it. Now, I'd get probably a shin splint or a Charlie horse or a lower back pain.
Can you imagine trying to slam dunk now at our age? Oh man.
That would be it for me.
Yeah.
My career would end right then.
Yeah, I was. I played hockey all my life. I coached minor league hockey, like for little kids, and I hurt my back really badly. But I haven't been on skates in about 5 years. But you never forget. It's like riding a bike, you never forget. But I don't even think I could keep up with.
Yeah, if I was to skate, it would end badly. 100% would end badly.
It's tough. But there's something else I want to say about. Oh gosh, what was it? I can't remember now. Something else about hockey or something about. Oh yeah, I can't even dribble. No, I can't even. I could. We played basketball indoors in the winter, in public school because you're not going outside of Canada, except for recess. But you're not going outside for gym. So we played, and I could, but I tried dribbling not too long ago, and I was like, boom.
Really?
I didn't know what.
I was okay at dribbling.
Yeah, I can't. You know.
Just shooting was bad.
We had every sport in Canada growing up, but basketball and football were never really popular when I was a kid. Especially football was never popular in Toronto, at least. And my parents made me play baseball every summer, not in a mean way, but they were like, "No, because all I wanted to do was play hockey."
Right.
So I would stand there. Oh, I'm going to tell. This is what I want to tell. I'll tell a funny story. But all I would do was stand there in the outfield and be like.
Outfield's a boring position.
Yeah, well, that's the only place they could put me because they sucked. That's the only place. If they they had to play me because it was like community league. Yeah. But as soon as the baseball game was over, right home, right to the driveway, shooting pucks. Yeah.
Nice.
And then my friends and I, the dead of summer, where it's really hot in Toronto, road hockey.
It's like Wayne's World, man. You're on the road.
That's exactly what we did in the summer, nonstop. So one time, and my dear parents who are no longer with me loved to make fun. My whole family makes fun of me to this day. So the coach came up and whispered in my ear as I was at the bat, and I was the worst baseball player, and said, "Down third." I was like, "What?"
Down third. Throw it down third?
No, hit it down third.
Oh, hit it down third.
Because I guess I must have asked him or something like, cause there must have been chatter in the not a dugout, whatever would have been called. Down third. So I actually hit the ball when it was pitched to me. I ran to third. I didn't run to first. I ran to third base.
That's amazing.
Because I assumed.
Right.
You run.
Down
I knew
third.
you ran to first, but I was like, "Oh, this must be some sort of trick play."
Yeah, you were just listening to what everybody was telling
I was about 8 years old. Yeah, and
That makes sense.
everybody's yelling. But the other kids on the other team must have been this must have been a bad team to play because they couldn't get it together. So they were telling me, so I started running across the pitcher's mound towards first.
Right.
And they're like, "No, you have to go back." So I actually ran. I did not make it I made it to first, but the ball got there before me.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's a long
yeah.
way from
That was
third
a long
to
way.
home to first.
Third to the pitcher's mound, back to third.
Right.
to first.
Wow.
Down third. Yes.
And that was the end of your baseball career.
No, I still played it probably till I was about 12 years old. And I really just did not like it because it was just standing around for me because I was,
A lot,
you know.
especially in the outfield.
Yeah.
That's boring.
My sister and my father
Especially
loved
at that
it.
age,
Yeah.
very people even hit to the outfield at that age. You're
Right,
just
yeah.
twiddling your thumbs out there.
And there's always that one or two great players on the other team that could hit all the way to the outfield, and I would just be like, "Oh man, stop!" But as soon as the game was over, right to playing hockey. All right, again, thanks, Adam. I want to tell you guys that story. Peace out. Vlog's over.